for Mushiana. Midinde, Otomursi, Abinachi, or Chemina Midijmedi home. Chiame, Nasabri, Mensa Aka, Ebenezer Mensa. Ebenezer Mensa, national PRO, Emma Spartans for New Patriotic Party. Now, maybe says Spartan for New Patriotic Party, or say NPP Pro. Into maybe all Pro Max, into one of your Pro, into one year. Terrible. Even me more cover. Maybe aboko. Me sure say that party near the travel so.
Unfortunately, baby, I'm a female here. NDC stronghold.
Okay.
Commander.
Oh.
In the central region.
I see.
Yes, that's where I come from. That's where I was raised. Now, a strong NDC stronghold. Into for you to come out as an MPP, is a serious achievement. I think those days, people were even afraid
to come out
to even say the MPP because when it is a fishing community, when you identified as an MPP, the way they would tag you verbally. Oh, yes, and
that stigmatization was high.
It was very high.
I see.
We've come far.
I see. And you join me, actually.
Part in the I remember when I was in class 2. Me draw umbrella. Na me say Echimwario, madam ship me. Yeah. So my mom was in this. I converted there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, she's late.
What change over witness in you? Some pakana the old corners. I see. Okay. Me mo akwa eba energy media so ye da so say wa beka ye hona wodi wonim die so e ba beboa. Ebusiafo enti ene me ni eben hyase a ye stories no ene edie me hyase free daily graphic na ne ensam a bepie mu ekufo ado resurrect Nkrumah renovated memorial park opens. And one semen run in Yasem Ketua social media platforms, na Adani and Nigeria, any or Simbo, and 4th July 2023, and a video could be an because I said in a whole city, the lot of a Nema Ababeke Kahun major will take and renovation worth about $3.4 million. And with this, you be back.
Of course. Before me Kasano, let me say hi to our founder, Mr. Frederick Green. He is the Secretary of Ablekuma North Constituency MPP. Ono not say Ukui. Spartans for MPP. Now from 2020, on the bottom scanner, or the boy Ukui, and yen botain there seat you lose in 2020. We'll get most of them back. Until right from 2020, we've been working hand in hand with the party. With our own money on one the bottom scale or the sponsor research, juma. From there, you call a send off, but we did well. Deputy General Secretary of MPP, Dr. Antoinette, she collaborated with us. We went to villages and other work. Found the BBOB Amichano, Yami Insurance. Now, Uncle do say, Uncle Fubi to them about 10 in our party. Breaking the 8 will be very easy. And I hope, said, the party nation, we need 2024. He deserves a good, juicy appointment. A message at Dr. Ben Asante, CEO Ghana Gas. Okay. On Oko Asukwa, delegate or Papa no. I remember there was one time that we were supposed to meet him, and when he was going for a meeting, as he was meeting with the president, he said, "No, let me meet these guys before I can go." And that love for party people, no, beboa. And ono say asokwa for no, monkai no. Na me ankasa me ni papa accountant general, Mr. Kwesi Kwenin Bosompem, Achim Swedru. Okay. Or no dear. In fact, this is the time Achim Swedru for us almost a samaji. Amutumo bia or the Jumani Mpuntu Webra constituency. I think it worth the amount. Because if you look at the edifice and the kind of ejuma wa ye wo ho, ewo library, even baby Kwame Nkrumah na nenda no ho no wasesan why nyama so fine.
I also
Na each day the MPP no, we came to develop Ghana because the tourism sector, Nakufado has been very consistent with the tourism sector. And then are we going to get the money? Probably it will not be in a short term, but in a long term, no way. Actually, I think about 2 years we'll get our money back. Why? Because them Ghana beyond aid now, beyond the return now, Kufado the bear, no. We know what happened last 2 years, last year. The way our Brofuno and our people were aligned with the African continent, who came to Ghana, they targeted Ghana as a destination. And I'm sure that the place, when you enter, you will have to pay something and all that. So for me, it's a big plus for the president. Now, no, and this for why is when it comes to infrastructure. First, now we did they see some infrastructure and the campaign of infrastructure in Ghana is not Adanka Kufado. Now, we believe that these are some of the things that ever Ghana yenya revenue. And I think we commend the president on that. As for the money, worth it. Unless, of course, there's something fishy somewhere somebody want to bring. With this nice edifice costing $3.5 million, I think it's worth it. It could have even cost more. But kudos to the contractor and all those people in charge of Mabuama, sa edifice.
Okay. Looking at the tourism sector now, do you think there are other places as a channel your attention honum said ye o mampenyinia when the baby ko Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ne baby ye de nemu eda asisi ni ya kama no ye betimi de ani so actually Cape Coast because there are a lot of tourist sites and so other places we call me Nkrumah Bono region now Kentampo waterfalls. Ebi ohonoma me sure so become because of the distance from Accra to Kentampo could do on my place to rest the government. I think say don't you think say a honoma near them so see to me the attention because
I think it's a very good call. On tourism, people are downplaying tourism. We call Dubai. The money they are getting from tourism alone can develop Ghana for the next 50 years. Kentampo waterfalls, Botanical Gardens, all those places, no, and especially our beaches, no, we could take a serious look at that place and develop there. If government can invest the money there to develop those places, because Kentampo is been existing since Okokakum National Park, probably we need more investment. Now, your state of the art facilities, if there's hotel accommodations and all that, now tourism no work when you. Now tourism is a lot of people are taking advantage of that because Zanzibar is no better country because of tourism. They are now popular. Everybody wants to go to Zanzibar. And we have to pay attention. But I think the president is doing well. The initiative, the world started coming to Ghana alone. That alone is a starting point. And I think so far, and also, the National Cathedral will also be a very big boost to our tourism revenue in Ghana. But unfortunately, people are fighting it. They are looking at the religion aspect. I've been part of the PR committee of the National Cathedral. I'm the secretary to the PR committee. Okay. And Mechia, Yan chairman, Benjamin J. Wapia. He's a chairman for the PR committee of the National Cathedral. And I can tell you, if we remove the political and a religious lens from our eyes and focus on the tourism aspect, that project is a big project.
Do you know the problem I have with the National Cathedral? Yeah. The place no. Don't you think we could have been in a different even region, the regions around ni baby nanka ye provide vast land. Meaning say we call Kasoa outside the one my Pentecost.
There's a lot of convention center. a boy inside.
And so say
yes.
NPP for Krama
program. Last 2 years or so, yeah.
Don't you think that's Bibisa be mum and KC?
Well, I wouldn't want to comment much on that, but I think Plan National probably they wanted.
Already a car is congested.
They wanted the cathedral to situate in a place it will get close to the capital. As Accra. It comes with cost, but probably the overall effect, so yeah, very important. People coming to KANTANKA International Airport and driving very near to National Cathedral also may be a factor. Oh,
no, I disagree with you. They said they're walking Zanzibar, and even Dubai, no me there. There are places on desert, outside the town. And so people dear trench here, they be far into Basano, so now even in their transport, it's a kind of investment.
It generates,
yes.
You are right. You are right.
Yes,
yes, and we don't know why they decided to do that. But
once you're secretary to the PR team,
I don't want to go. I don't want to go in there.
Anyway,
but it's important. It's important that we look at the effect at Bama country, and overall the tourism aspect of governance, and it is going well. And I hope the government will invest more. If you go to Cape Coast, they are doing something fantastic now. All the beaches, they are building some certain restaurants and other places. Maybe or more here. And to me, it's a fishing community. Investors can come and commander. As I'm speaking, if there's an investor who wants to invest in beaching and all that, they can come to commander, secure a land, build a very nice edifice. Now it may attract Nimpa. And also be to me a discard about mine.
Okay. Judge Kwesen sworn in as MP. Major Wadrinchere Eddie Efiso. And then Enkomo by Yebon to the same daily guide Honomo Ena me wono. I lay a one some so abababeto. Eja Enra daily graphic eso. Ena me wo Enra Nenya Sem Ketwa El Parliament. Kamia said National Democratic Congress now the flag bearer of NDC Omanpenyin Dada John Dramani Mahama now the chairman Johnson Stadium Kete Omuna Ekopie mu ho no mechese onko rally on support edema now honorable the new MP elect. Now he's the MP, so
yes.
They've sworn him
yes.
in. He's the MP for Ascent North. Your take on it? Anyone else get what? Any munyo man or more to?
Yes.
Me sure what saying.
Yes. I think say I'll congratulate Honorable Judge Kwesen on his election to Parliament. The people voted for him. It's a good news for the Ascent North constituency and Ascent Mine. We in MPP, we believe, say, democracy has prevailed. Democracy has spoken. The people, they've spoken their minds through election. It's only when MPP wins that is when it's only when MPP wins that is when Asomje Ebakumha. Up to now, you can say even Kumewu, the NDC, congratulating, but the moment the education was elected, we issued a letter to congratulate him. The president spoke on that. And nobody is attacking EC. Obie no abo EC sumbo. So even Kumewu when is our stronghold. You really convincingly, they were still blaming the EC. They were still talking about rigging. So to me, I was in Kumewu for 7 days.
Oh.
Yes, from 20th to, we came on 28th. I was there, I saw the election. The people like him. Probably we didn't have our strategy well on target. But we live to fight again. As the president said, Kumewu will be blue, Ascent North will be blue again. So we congratulate him, Honorable James Jachi Question. And so no, now some no court in the only the other do wo. And so no, I think that's all I can say.
Okay. Ya Gina Tum so ye and my shebejani. And then okay, was not some court. Do you think say and the court has some will affect him it will affect his performance in a way, Anna?
Well, I think it happened in 2008. Honorable Adamu Sakande Mahama. Yes, he was in Parliament when he was sued, and the case took about 4 years. It ended about in July 2012 when he was jailed. Definitely, it will affect you, and I'm sure that even since Asami Baye sued up to now, I think it has affected his performance one way or the other. So that one, I'm sure it will affect him. But the law is a law. The right thing must be done. Article 17, it's clear that no person living in Ghana, citizen or non-citizen, is above the laws of Ghana or immune from an application of same. So whether you are in Ghana and if it doesn't matter the position at all, it doesn't matter the color, your political race, ethnic, religious affiliation. So for us, we are Ghanaian and Brana are shown there, and we congratulate him on this election.
Okay, I was for a year. Ebeneza Mensa ena yetse ne nkano madikai introduce no national PROs patterns for NPP ena na ordinary CCC na sabre Marion Gifty Nyaba NDC communication team member so aba becoming sama obeboama ene state issues nkomo bono so etimi ewie pay yo Marion memo akoba bibi abokode yo ke denyame ase na ya no guso ana ye bonkomo enti ma menye wadwenkyere emfa honorable Jachi Question enra ena ye gije ne tumwo mahye bedwam boutique
enra mom de na eligesem ema ya NDC members na ye na hu se na ni na start here fi asem no time ye start say ye ho into elections ye hu ni ma esi ye na ya NDC party for ye boy ye hu modern pa na wo hwe sa kro no ma otumu say ye MPs ni na den etu anamo ekọ ho no in order to campaign for Jachi Question because him say or abadayema asem no for and he's the right person to be what to lead the people of Essen. To say there's nothing the enemy can do about it. You say na you vandalize it even on the day of the election. Yeah, but entirely car any damaging fee car. It was all over social media how they were even vandalized. But no, we fought forward and we fought and then we won. It's a victory. I was say Ghana who say and I say the other party, that's the NPP party, who say Ghanaians are getting tired of all the schemes that are regardless of that. Now the power is in the hands of the people and they will do the right thing. You're sharing the votes now. Initially, no, it was around 3,000 votes and all the winning first.
3,305.
But the second one, it even increased. That's to tell you, say, the people know who they want. And there is nothing. The people's choice is what will prevail at the end of the day. Until for that situation or movement as at now, the NDC party is rejoicing. We are jubilating, having a lot of parties in our smaller groups that celebrating. It's a very good win for us.
Okay, Ebusha for Marion Asamna Yati NCCA. Yogusua ewo the daily graphic emu ena yeko. Attorney General decries public commentary on court cases. And Attorney General say asem ewo asidibia ayeka. Na wa ubetwe wano de esimu no. Wo de kokobo ma twon ho firi ho. Eti amra. Enkoka ebi. Na about 3 days ago, at a meals anniversary 10th anniversary a year omuye ede emano a lecture a part of the anniversary no lecture ekoso ema eyo sajefo osia de yo agema bedi otoso mienu ona ye doma ahene osan so eye bono National House of Chiefs and so president onukroya so a high court judge and ode na dwenkyere eba efa ni nyina na efa eye honorable judge Kwesen ensemi hu se eye attorney general omomodene a se asemu ise obe e pronounce null prosequa na che se o twaso na ye fa ne se asem no kra ensi and then the assistant na danko kufu adon so ka kire ne se omuma ye we waye ani nyina emfa so ne so sense asem not for akasa. That's the ultimate me nyai papa no no onye na juma ene daily graphic e de sanse me aba mama sha sin free eben ho.
I think Owano Kwando, you see, the NDC or Subaimbi, if it is not going in their favor, they will attack you. What to say yet to I say no election we no, I'm attack easy. That be easy there now. The easy is good. It's a saint. Even in Kumewu, when they lost, they so said the election has been rigged. What is happening in court? Judge Kwesen, all fairly formed to be member of parliament. No, nah, or a mistake. So if it's a mistake or deliberate, the law says, Article I think 92 clause 2. I have to 94 clause 2. Before you become a member of parliament, you have to hold allegiance to only Ghana. To only the country Ghana. So, for example, if they are asking you, do you have dual citizenship? And you say no, it means you don't have. So, if you say no, and later investigation finds out, say, another citizenship. One, a forgery. What forgery documents not to be a member of parliament? Two, a perjury, the highest crime, to lie to the state. So, and you be na. What's ho and no shut down pede Judge Kwesen on in the court. That be you did your own filling. Nobody forced you to fill the form. And Ghana has to know. Let me read something. The Attorney General is the sole responsibility for initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences in Ghana. Implies a duty to prosecute a crime committed in Ghana after proper investigations has been done, irrespective of political, race, color, ethnic, religion, economic, or social status of the culprit. So it doesn't matter. Obi Korea ponche dia yenchin into na obi MP dia invention. No man there say or no also a politician. Or say or say obey serial caller. Joma ma develop it domaya ma manti. Obe tu ne ina kwa to say mpenufo kwa pe omonje na hinde no mfinu. No obey serial caller. He made that comment. The video is there. So, and this is not the first time he's been doing political commentary on issues in Ghana. There are people in Doma, obi uko prisoner, obi oha aponchi keke, they're not 10 years. He should fight for them. Them also. Yemen who says, ope Ghana, some there are people who go to our prisons. Obi oha na some sabi, oni obi obeke bi aman intina or them. Is it because of say because that question here MP Ninti and then another because he belongs to the New Patriotic Party, the National Democratic Congress, and then no, crime is crime. As we are saying, you know, the civil case, no, you did that. Supreme Court ruling that, and these two charges, no, was the charges on the board, no, and the same charges is what is being led in court in the criminal offences. Perjury and forgery. Into no, so what say Attorney General entra na semnuma. For what reason? On tra semnu said then say Atuaman. Adamu Sakande was in Parliament July 2012. Aka 6 months ne Atuaba. Omujelino. adana domain no ni wana ana omo kasa say yentwom no we dey not in Ghana or they were not into politics. Now they are in politics. We should be fair to this country.
Nti say no asama to ni general e kan no woni ne ya adwen
Me ne ya adwen papa. When it comes to such cases, no, leave the law to work. Let's allow the law to work. So ordinary person put nankoro kabibi about this issue. I mean, you can make commentary in a very careful way. It will amount to contempt. This is a judge. Don't mind, a judge. I think appeal court and a high court. High court judge. So a high court judge in Erica Damno, while some carries weight and it seems to obstruct justice. Because you create the impression that Nipakono Kram, the Mongashi, another or yes, Sunkubinti, we should cancel the case. No. To me, nobody forced him to commit that crime. He did it by himself. So he must face justice. He must face the law. He must face his own charges. Yeah, they are born on our court. When him say, oh, we need Tuesday, no. Thursday, I don't send to court. And the way there, I don't even understand why people are interfering with this case. Nobody would love, say, member of parliament that they work on, no matter what the situation. I'm from the central region. I say North is part of the central region. Why not? I say North in 2016. I've been at Drua. We went to campaign for her in 2016. Before that, Samuel won, Honorable Samuel won in 2012. I say North nan Fuana Omutunu. But here the case, the propaganda NDC use that meaning I can say they work hard and I say Yamisha or no. As you said, no, nobody hates that you case, you know. Nobody hates him. He committed a crime by himself and he's facing it. It's not like somebody hates him or Onyeshina or Bipede or Chinitum. It's a crime he's committed. The civil case has been already delivered by the Supreme Court. In Parliament. Now is a criminal offense. And it's easy. It's just a reference to the civil case. Because it's the same charges, perjury and forgery. If there's evidence to say you've committed these two crimes, you go to jail. Simple.
Okay. My member Minya Bahonum. One so wadrin chefa sama attorney general the ababe to address say come here say obia can e be na di crampo na mu ye and as me kai pan say just before the election no sami Jemfi that time am come come so obia ntimi enchini ntomo entimo nto abama no now asemi wo say Supreme Court aba say we MPP new we NDC new we oman hinu we hwando obia ntwe ne ho emfri asem no misan say court. One in the agency.
Me mom dear, me just say the statements coming out, Obia is entitled to share an opinion on any case that is happening. But depending on the context in which it has been said. Near Omahene Ekayano, I wouldn't want to delve so much into it. And court proceedings, they say he is wrong. It was a criminal case, and I say it's a jailable offense. And no moment there, these are things. May comment here. I wouldn't be passing these judgments because there was specialists, and I say professionals the IR lawyers, judges now, who handle that case, and yeah, my specialty. But me share my dream, I say. The fact that our case will court does not prevent him from doing politics. Yeah, Nelson Mandela, he was put to jail. People have been to jail and they have come out to win elections. People have been in jail whilst elections went on or moving and they were compelled to release them. Obeka say there were different situations, but at the end of the day,
and different laws.
No, at the end of the day, they were charges that were meted on them. It doesn't still change anything. The law is the law. Say now,
and different laws.
Coupled with that, Midriaka say, NDC propaganda. Yeah, elections. Na say you lose ya. Na ye blame me easy ni nema. There were facts there at Kumasi case, so can't remember if you could at Kumewu. There were facts there. An EC official was walked out, taken out from his post, her post, because of acts that were not right. They were not professional. Into Oka say propaganda, as I said my cano, no crebi. But there were evidences. Everything was being shown what happened in Kumawude. Into Oka say propaganda, I have a problem with that. We were communicating facts to the public. Besides that, Kumewu, yes, it was more stronghold. But regardless of the fact that ye lose we still added some numbers. Compare it to Asen North, then they see you lost and we still even took more votes from your place. So at the end of the day, I think we still did well. Until there's nothing like say, you lose not propaganda, na EC, blame me EC is not well, is not being professional, EC in than you. So on these ones, me say they are just basic. On one more propaganda noise is what he's trying to do here. But we speak to facts and then we show it. The evidences are there. If not, it was the policemen there working it out. It wasn't NDC officials. Now police phone and they're working out because there were evidence that nipa no hear the wrong thing. Kofo ba na waka cham say okay vote say. Obi a onhu ade ko say boa me na me vote ko do no den the committee ati the choice of candidate. So if you say it was propaganda, I beg to differ on that. But like I said, on the legal cases, say na ye campaign say obi antimi nchinintum. Yes, Sammy Jenfim have said that. That is campaigning, yes. And it's true, as of now, the law hasn't, they said they are not guilty until proven guilty. Yeah. So he is at liberty to say that. The same way, almost side no more campaign or honor almost say and who he has said vote obi a obeko jail. The president himself echo honoma or say and what's on beto abama obi a or we near na debia court cases and our moon chef it time or we na court cases up and down here and there. You see, there is something that I was say there's a difference between say Nipan act no and there is a difference between the person as in Nipan now for that political position. These are two different. It was his act. It is not him. Into some Kofonodre said this person obwaye. Bibi a here bia say bibi here in a corner he gives us a listening ear. So betimiswa he goes ahead to what to work on it for us. Regardless of that act, one thing I can't say he's not a good candidate for that purpose. These are two different things. And I think say my friend here should not sit and then say in the case no was jailable offense and all that, because there are situations he has petitioned, he has kept what nientia ebasano because the process delayed at a point. Besides that, the same constitutional okano, I said then as a member of parliament, I can say be a political candidate. If that's the case, Opacha say EC muye everything, all the forms now of filling. EC doesn't verify anything. That's just someone verify. Is that what he's trying to say? Because EC is the one that asks for all those details. It doesn't mean so they don't do any background checks. So for whatever reason the whole process delayed and it's brought us this far. You should not sit and then judge that. So he would definitely have to go to jail because obi there SCA and Nipano then caught into jail. There were two different scenarios.
Here no, you think say is in so
of course, because that is the body that picky form and nominate forms are. The forms are there with questionnaires for you to answer. I'm sure say will be sending certain documentations to back all that. The question is that almost so what did they do there? Was it that there was a lapse somewhere? Or was it that they knew that this was a process and it was supposed to be done before the elections and the delay came?
Don't you think, say, you can challenge? Because sometimes I did on my say, Obi idea, because I'm trying to chat to okay, so allow the person to go. And then you follow suit with the law. Don't you think, Cesar?
That's why I have institutions. institutions, no, it is not acceptable for institutions to create loopholes. Now you use the opportunity, say there's a law court, and at the end of the day, no, what waste will be our time. So the institution has to be held responsible. If not, they have to, in whichever way, they need to sit up. There are a lot of potholes within the EC, a lot of waste, if I should use that word, that they need to clear off and then set up and do a good job. So for me, I don't think that Judge Question's case is the same as MPP, the case that you had earlier on. They were two different, yes, it could be that, okay, it's about Tifre, okay, it could be a BB. But the thing is that if somebody went to steal this bottle of water, now Obi goes to steal a whole gold mine, you don't expect the same judgment to go for the same people, for the same judgment to go for them. And I want to make that is why some people will tell them, okay, your case, you should do some communal labor. Another person will say, okay, because of the extent of your case, you should do this and this and that. So for the fact that ABI, it is definitely about citizenship, I don't think so. As of now, we feel that it's like it's payback time. So they're not even looking at the details. They are not looking at certain situations that are a little bit different in this case here.
I think that we should have time to discuss this. Moving forward, you know, is it the responsibility of an individual to go through a form, say, for instance, are you married? Yes or no? We say no, whereas you are married. And no, why do you have to lie? Must we lie to, you know, occupy certain positions? And I say, yes, say, my friend is saying, do you have an iPhone? We say, well, I've ordered, and I'm console about one sankai. So you don't say yes, you have. Once you've ordered, no, you need to get it before you can confirm, say, one saka. These are the things I think, say, maybe, so Bibi Jina say, there should be a thorough education. Maybe be an honorable judge question. Now we feel say be at the time and be able go through a better so baby, no, maybe a certificate about. Then he can prove say, okay, this is it. Me want now. But as at the time, said you rightfully said no, a process and it delayed. And can you go ahead? Maybe I say it to me as a son. And run and so on.
But what's the proof that it wasn't even an influence from that side as a hitch to delay it in order to cause this?
Mario, come on.
Propaganda they always say that case no you're different.
We had influence on the Canadians.
You see NDC.
Oh my God, that's
propaganda. What was the propaganda that make it say, oh, case no you're different. They should tell us the difference. They can. Yesterday I was talking to one NDC friend. Oh, black, leave me. The case is different. I said, what is the difference? They can't say it. What is the difference? The law, it doesn't talk about any difference apart from the fact that that particular offense is what the law talks about. And the moment you commit that particular offense, two charges in the ball, forgery and perjury. Asa. I mean, what difference are all can?
But it's not also influence Canadians.
And they won't.
Process man now can. If I'm done with school and my certificate is not ready, but I have passed through all the necessary requirements in the university, I have graduated. Problem we almost say printing na manache. Obi sam say me a graduate, and make us say there be me a graduate because certificate in kitame.
But Mariam,
that is different.
Evidence.
That is different from this.
And even talking about a university, mostly, no. CBM finds so different school, you go for your transcript.
Yes.
And sometimes not necessarily the certificate. So there's something. And what you say maybe as to say, meaning say every state be a war, ne rules and regulations. You take Cote d'Ivoire, for instance. The fact say we be one not publicly, I can say. Menye Ivorian bio no. It takes effect from there. But there are other places, other countries you need a certificate. And sana ya chere will say the one yes or minimum eba bio. And these are the things I say to me
And until the certificate comes, you are still a citizen. That's the law. Until the NTA said, time now, or say, the law says member of parliament. To become a member of parliament starts from to become. You are becoming. Start from the day of fill forms. Until the day of fill forms, Yebisa say, do you have dual citizenship? Since you don't have the certificate, you have dual citizenship. Since you don't have the certificate with you to renounce your Canadian citizenship, you will still not allegiance to only Ghana, but to other country, which is Canada.
Okay. Mama ye free honum na yembra the Chronicle. And then the Chronicle was so as some of the other NDC MPs plot to boycott Parliament. Are they?
Our propaganda. Obeka say.
NDC say ya. Oh, they have more certain behavior. Always trying to create emotional, I call it emotional propaganda. When I some a year one, because I some look at 100.
Oh, what can be a one?
Oh, Nenzen. Baba Jama also we crack a say, one punch you crack a say, Nentry. It's something they do. That until recently, they had a propaganda secretary as a position. And what is propaganda? To lie. And you know, crack a say, no crack. So, I mean, and this is there, what is the reason? There's no reason. They just want to create some. And I don't know whether they think, say, Daminyame or Boama will win election. I don't know. They always do that. We don't have time. For MPP, we don't have time for. Last 2015, by this time, our policies were on the ground. Look at the party who want to come to power. Here they wrong way. This is a thing. A party that can be the next government.
So you think so, sir? Or only reason for
what reason? What is their reason? Yeah, obeti reason, laughable. That's what they do. This is the time, Ghana for Ibisa say, former President John Dramani Mahama, what are your policies? Onibi. Because Onibi. And so no, I can't 4 years purpose of obedi on so. On Kebibia, he's young, he doesn't have any job now. And see, the only thing he can do is to become a president again, to occupy that 4 years. Asa, but this time you should be talking about your policies. Then I will bow by if I would say free education, no, I say ya, omugusu kasa, oba ye ne den. So what say economy no, and koya oba ye ne den. May you say that is what Ghanaians want. And see, this is the normal, the usual NDC minority in parliament, always creating a laughable moment, event, emotional propaganda, just to deceive their own members. I think NDC does politics for their members alone. Because they don't do politics to attract people. They do it to satisfy their members. Nanka then coalition up to now. Former President John Dramani Mahama, he has not congratulated Nana Donka Akufo-Addo. Their co-election will lose. We say, okay, we won't lose. We win here. For evidence, court. We say, man, for evidence and court. Okay, court is one for evidence and court. And the winning engineers will be into what's some the trouble. We say, hey, judges, no, am I wrong? Unanimous FC. Is it not laughable? And I expect some NDC members in their party, like my sister, sometimes don't condone whatever your party does. Because you say no, we are future MP. As I say, I'm supporting. Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, best supporting. Oh, future MP.
So what are we doing?
Oh, best supporting. Oh, sometimes hey, be my party, but I say, who call social media? Just say, some of the members, just say, and they've been saying that I've been reading a lot of comments. Oh, the two, like the justification case, the two cases are different. If you ask them, what is the difference, and they can't say it because the parties say it different. Asa, challenge the status quo at times. This is, as usual, one of the moments at NDC person here, they want to create something. Also, press conference. Adibionya Assembly press conference. This is one of the moments NDC want to be heard. Ghanaians want to hear you with policies. Ghanaians want to hear you with ideas, alternatives, not this kind of laughable emotional moment.
Okay. Yo, Mariam, I remember also NDC MPs plot to boycott Parliament.
Future MP.
Say the Parliament. Nani man sheda NCC and I costs in a penna. What is wrong with we wanting to boycott Parliament? Or no, I can partly say MPP before and boycotted Parliament ever. How many times have MPs walked out of Parliament during the era of the NDC? For me, I see it to be a norm our Parliament that either parties at a point when they disagree with something and they are not ready to be heard. The best thing now on Betty and said then just boycott whatever is going on at that moment until they are giving a listening ear. So Senaka say it's basically agro-need and we like kind of like doing things as a nkola that's not it. I see it to be a norm. So why is that MPs air boycott CBB? It's okay, there's a reason. NDC MPs air boycott our reason flimsy. It shouldn't be the case. Yenyamba out as to why they intend to, but definitely it would come out. Maybe to you, no, because say this is it. It's not anything crucial. Like it was someone work it out, but they are there to represent their constituents. Into one name what their constituents want. So if no matter how mediocre it may be, if that is what their constituents want, they would have to act accordingly. But another point I can say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's young and basically unusual, and the next thing is to think of becoming a president again. He is young means that he can do a lot of things. He can go to lecture, he can be a consul, he can do a whole lot of things. It is rather the old man, grandpa, who is too old to work or to get a job anywhere. So that shouldn't even be a comment for him to make.
He's going out from power. The old man is leaving power. So.
He shouldn't have even come into power in the first place.
He has done tremendously well.
Memeka say, let's wait. We will hear the reason. Almost say they intend to boycott. The reason Oman and Shada and at the frontier they intend to know. They are hoping that for voicing ourselves, we are likely to boycott Parliament. Whatever the reason that they are standing on and saying that, probably for that particular threat, no, maybe they will be heard.
Boycotting Parliament, no, that solve the problem,
I think it doesn't.
Because all kind of MPP. These are politicians.
Yes. Yes. With very good reasons.
No, what's the reason? And after the reason,
very good reason. So at the end of the day, it doesn't solve the problem. Okay, but you see, when you are dealing with the NDC, also you're careful. So I say, Omanka reason.
But what there was a time where MPP no a reason. Very good reason. The was say, "Omo the only reason." Everybody
said, "How better reason?"
You with your mamenko, mamenko menima. Am I your 4 dear bushel for? Say, would you wait here? Say ya. I mean, so I wolf you so. Was would teach mediama. So I drink chere. Also, do one abu boy. That was a pa. Channel to see streaming live on YouTube at KANTANKA Television. Ubetimi adjoin a discussion no yegusua ewo nkomo boyi mu Ghanaian Times day aba na Ghanaian Times asema wo kano government owes pension schemes 2.6 billion edu point bi aje se bi omukọ picketing ebi o hono mo a aje se omukọ ye omu placards na wo matro so no mo de akugina ewo
I've not read the story in details, but it is not a good.
You know, said it's not the first time.
Yes, it is not a good news as a country. You know, working and going on pension means that you struggled all your life, and then you want to enjoy the little money that will come out of your contributions. And say, I don't think it will help. I don't know what is preventing the government from releasing those funds. I've not gone into details with a story, but I think it had to do with because of international effect of COVID and Russia-Ukraine war. What can NDC for and here? You see, the reason why they don't understand is that they don't understand the economy. Nti omofi say oh inside COVID na mbaga inku Ghana for bebre. It's a laughable comment because the effect of COVID no enya physical. Ta what to port tumbe 1 month. Do you know how much that it affects you? If the major supply of oil has a fight, do you know how much it affects the prices of oil? Ewo ekumha. But I think those are some of the effects are by, and of course with IMF, as I say, UNDP. To me, Abashi, some of the rating agencies say they've not been fair to Ghana. Say Oma downplay us intentionally. To me, I must say to me, I call IMF, even though our IMF is different from theirs. There's intentionally caused IMF. Ours is international effect, which we can't do anything about it. Anything economics, your BBF friend say, all things being equal. Meaning, say you can do everything, but something can cause it. Something can cause something that you cannot do anything about it. For example, you cannot do anything about COVID-19. It just came. But Abba, you have to deal with the effect. Yawaha, and mo cause Ghana, Dumso Okromha, self-inflicted pain. John Dramani Mahama, Onwa cause you. Omudisika sa near IMF. Before I go IMF, no more year ABO Pediatric Lodge or so. Is it Royal Senchi? They invited Ukodonko. Mahama invited Ukodonko, his friend. The Ombra and Omba Junjin sent a man Bokodo. At the end of the day, about 2 days later, they went to IMF. And it is because
they don't go inviting into the Momo IMF.
Oh, that be.
But now, so I can't go switching out more platforms. So I send not so.
Okay, hi. Okay. I don't know. We didn't invite her. She just wanted to say hi. It's only Mahama and Kasabi. And nowadays she's been saying some things I don't want to say. And see, it is not a good time for pensioners. And I will urge, say, no matter how financially we've been constrained,
okay,
government should do something about it. I know, say, me nearby future MP or by propaganda says,
what you say, Eben Yamshe, no,
propaganda says, yeah,
some okay, saying you good, maybe I know Babeka, Marian meet you.
Or Casa, many
During COVID, several countries that use COVID as an opportunity to boost their economy. One mobile out moka said then planting for food and jobs. And also nanke here food if Russia. Na. You see, there are certain things we have to face realities. As at the time my 2 borders, that was the time my was a government no be push COVID funds are buy ye and na say na mo chiche COVID funds yi. Tamale MPP aspirant for Sanargo Felicia. Ebeka how wa mo chiche COVID sika dem man ko for say mo fanko holidays. Companies do ewa Ghana han contributing millions and billions of Ghana cedis. ABC Nemwentimi amaye exact accountability say at least funding from Ghana ebia companies amoma EcoBank, FanMog, all those big companies amoma contributions towards COVID situation here. How much na at least we're privileged to get the foreign ones ayamu tabulations. Ye we are fair finance minister say ombra parliament embe presente. So errors no de buy. Forgetting that ye won't go for more financial analysts, a specialists or more professionals or more parliamentarians. ABC it's been go come. We've not had an actual expenditure of how the COVID funds was disbursed. I didn't think planting for food and jobs, and me use that opportunity to boost the agricultural sector. No? Because aduane be very expensive, because most of even vegetables, okoto before leaves ye ademe. Because to say ye de ademe every Togo at the Ghana. Yet ye bit me grow those things here. Yango ka honorable Hawa. Mose onko ye your friend one village one dam. Finally, mokoye dugouts and na ye tomatoes ewo hefa ewo Burkina Faso, but tomato hub na ye hefa na ye Navrongo. This is a place me fee, but I will tell you that passing through that place, no, everything is dried up. The dugouts cannot contain water because if we are bope, everything will evaporate. There was special ways of doing it. Oh, no, how one can sell by out, Ebeka said then. Or by out, Ebeka said, if you gave me 200,000, what would I do? Is that house I'll do for you? Mwah in charge came to say that this was what you gave and that is what you could do with the man or your mama. But that was wasted resources. Because as he can cry a boy by Edema say, okay, out of the regions in Ghana, would they be one region, one region. Now, a very, a very big time constructed dam. I bet me a supply, even if it's just one district. It would have been meaningful, say, yeah, dugouts here in Timmy and contain water for livestock. Coupled with the fact that, also it is in Dumso, Mona Mosolve do so. Catch me. No, you just mentioned, what's it, the Dumso buyer? Yes. No, but the fact is that, you see.
You won't talk about the pensioners.
I need to counter what you just said. I said pensioners, the one car because I am one more problem.
And there were two more stories, your time and also so one.
Okay, so pensioners, then me person can say, imagine in Ghana here, say, oh, mame, where ye Juma sacrifice for the country for almost 30, 35 years, 40 years. And it is time to go to pension. But because of the pension system now, Ghana, currently, Oko pensioner is like Koneku. That is what it means. So if this is the peanuts they are getting, why would you still want to withhold it from them?
And only as sebeno me wo except me can last two stories enti we get to na ye dey sorry so enti me boso na de upesa wo fa emuno a daily analyst and so dear diaba blaming teachers for Ghana's economic woes, not blast the Department of Education minister and as answer a GJA to engage media owners on journalist welfare.
I think Tunina, I think Deputy Education Minister no. On my finance, some no kind out of contest, and I will urge teachers. I say, teacher Jumana Gasano, Sana Aya Dina, na almost salary no, and Shadan Koyeno. The big crazy about them, they get angry, they get furious. Any little thing you say, Kakrabi or Mudimba Bumpe, no, or no bufu, until your best share. When you're butcher now, I mean, this has to be a Georgia conversation. They should sit down and talk and with the various institutions in charge, with the ministry, and solve this matter. I think one should cut them, but they are just taking his comment out of context now on their way. And now, journalists, in fact, it won't be here. Say Ghana, journalists will be trained 1 year. Look at what happens. And our airwaves, no. Yeah, sometimes I wonder. NDC stations.
Your welfare. Channel attention about your welfare. Your welfare. I mean, honest, no. Or share your welfare.
I think probably if say honest and watch on welfare ye, na been journalists been why too political where we don't know. Because some of them, woko air.
Do
what can someone say
when you're any other political party
and journalist
that's all copy or other stations so that the same you are tagging no now so what is one more radio good near need now no but the other stations so they can tag to say no hold on they can also say NPP and so
station be anu
oh come on, so are you saying it's NPP for only
they've been fair
anyway into your weapon and don't come once you
yes sir owners of media houses TV stations, radio stations. Journalists for ye.
Okay.
I've been a radio presenter before. I know how difficult it is. Propaganda to look at them.
Well, to me, teachers in Ghana, I was saying for a boo, a mom.
It's almost a chair of heaven.
I was said that is the no. Germany go there and see what they give to their teachers, and then their foresters and agri workers. The fact is that we are saying to enjoy whatever the body can enjoy and go away. So for me, I would entreat say the government need to take good care of the teachers, accord them the respect, and be more conducive environment to work. The necessary tools that and then we need to avoid certain statements like this because teachers be teacher no just or cross a river and san or cochade or could do or chalk crowd the betro no nya baby body abd no the betro aje den atre nkola de. So for me say I know say definitely Obeka say they took the minister out of context. That is a normal thing. And also for the fact that or say journalists are too political. As for that one, your radio stations and their affiliations to political parties. In Tesawodri, Radio Gold is affiliated to NDC. And Wezo TV. And you can't stand the fire. I'm sorry, but that is how it's just going to be. Okay. No, I hadn't seen all kind. But we should look at the teachers and we should mind saying that utterances towards them because they are sacrificing a lot for our children.
We've treated teachers better than NDC. That's a fact.
Any madaje a mode emaye mame mfa fidikesi so na menkai eye wo bibia ese eye the first international project management boot camp and so eba so nyame adomo a eye 23rd August